Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Michelle LaGrassa. I will be your host for tonight's webinar, and I'll be introducing you to a company called Qivana. Before I do that, I'll share with you quickly my story so that you have an idea of how it is I came to be here. It might be similar to what happened to some of you and how you came to be listening to this tonight. Not very long ago, a few short years ago, I received a phone call, a friend inviting me to take a look at a company called Qivana. At the time, I was working a full-time job. My background's in accounting. I have two kids. I had a very busy life. I certainly wasn't looking to be any busier than I already was. But when they told me that I had the opportunity to maybe be able to create some positive changes in my life, I really had to take a look. My kids' days were longer than mine. They were in before care, before school, and after care. And I loved my job and I was paid pretty well. I still had to be there at 9 o'clock every day, and I had to stay at till 5 o'clock, and I had to show up pretty much every day. And so there were certain things that I wasn't able to do that I would have liked to. And so over the course of the last few years, I became involved with Qivana. I started building my business part-time from home while I still worked at my accounting job. And over the course of those years, I've been able to create some really incredible positive changes. I have traveled the world with this company now. On the screen at the top right is a picture of the Colosseum in Rome. I actually took that photograph. Just below that, there is a picture. I was in Alaska just this last September. Below that, a bunch of us went on the longest zip line ride in the world, and it was pretty incredible. I get to volunteer. Volunteering for Habitat for Humanity has always been something I was passionate about, but I couldn't do it that often because I'd have to take a day off from work to be able to go and volunteer to build a house. And now me and some of my friends, there's Holly and Therese in a picture with me there, we can do that during the week or whenever they need an extra hand or three, because we can do that. We have that flexibility. And so that's what this has really allowed me to have: more flexibility, more time doing the things that I love with people that I love, and hopefully maybe this will be that for you as well. And so I think that we could all agree that the world is changing faster than ever. Thanks to advances in technology, what worked 20 years ago doesn't work today, and so people are looking for a better way. They're overworked, they're underpaid, and so that's left a lot of people looking at home-based businesses as a way to help make ends meet better at the end of the month, to maybe just create additional income in their lives, money that maybe they could use for vacation. Some people want to use it to buy a new car or to pay off a mortgage. For whatever the case may be, to replace your income from a job so you can work from home or build a business from home, or even to meet or exceed your income from a traditional business. A lot of people own brick and mortar businesses, and those can be pretty challenging as well. And so a lot of people are looking at home-based businesses. As a matter of fact, in the United States alone, a new home-based business is started every 12 seconds. And so since we started this broadcast tonight, I don't know, there's been probably a few dozen, obviously, home-based businesses that have started because of what people are looking to do now. I'm just going to get rid of this webcam. It slows my internet a little bit. You don't need to see me. So yeah, it's left a lot of people looking for a better way. And so when you're looking for something, a home-based business, there's a lot of things that you want to consider to help you make a decision. Some of those things might be, what type of product and service are you going to offer? Is it something that's unique to the market, or is it something that people can just go and buy at, their nearest wholesale club, and then you're fighting for price? What about the company itself? How long has the company been around? What is their track record in business? Who's running the company? What has their success rate been? What have they done before? Is this their first, business that they're building, or have they done this before? And then the compensation plan, of course. How am I going to get paid for the work that I do? And then the support. Who's going to show me what it is I need to do in order to be successful? Because let's face it, if you're starting a new business, chances are it's new to you and you haven't done anything like this before. So who's going to help show you what you need to do in order to ensure your success? And so those are some of the questions that I hope to answer for you tonight. I'm going to introduce you to an option. I believe that it's not only a very good option, but the best option that you could have possibly found. And so I'll get into introducing you to Qivana and who we are and what we do. Qivana is a company that is leading the global channel in natural product breakthroughs. And so what we do is Qivana does not do any research and development. We are a company that licenses breakthroughs directly from the scientific community in natural products. And to give you an analogy, because I'll use the pharmaceutical industry because most of us are pretty familiar with how that works. Let's say you're a PhD research scientist in the pharmaceutical arena and you discover a drug that will help with, let's say, cholesterol. Where would you go with your discovery for distribution? You would probably go to one of the pharmaceutical giants. You'd go to Pfizer, Merck, Johnson & Johnson, Eli Lilly. Those, we see all their commercials. We can name the top, 5 or 10 even pharmaceutical companies. Those companies, that distribution channel has been established for more than 60 years. They would license the research from you. They now own the rights to that discovery. You can go back to doing your scientific research and they can plug that drug into their distribution channel and get it to all of us, the consumers. And they make about $350 billion a year doing that. The distribution channel is very effective. So now, let's say you're in the natural product arena. And I'll start by saying, again, that I'm sure you would all agree that if there is a natural way of getting healthy or staying healthy, people would choose that whenever possible over a pharmaceutical drug. We're no longer the pill-popping nation that we were, 10 to 15 years ago. People really are looking for natural ways to stay healthy whenever they can. And so there is tons of research and incredible breakthroughs in natural products. So let's say you're a research scientist in that arena and you discover a natural product that will help with, again, let's say cholesterol. Where do you go with your discovery for distribution? Who's the Pfizer or the Johnson & Johnson of the natural product arena? And the answer is there isn't any until now. That is the huge hole in the market that Qivana is filling. Qivana is licensing these breakthroughs directly from the scientists that are making these discoveries and bringing them to the marketplace. And so it's something that has never been done before. And I'll share this with you. Typically, companies that organize disorganized industries, and I think, again, we'd agree that natural products is pretty disorganized. I mean, you could walk into a health food store or a vitamin shop, a GNC, and really be confused and overwhelmed by, the choices and the products that you're offered. There's, 30 different brands or varieties of CoQ10, echinacea, ginkgo biloba. Which one is the best? What's actually in these products? Which products are safe or best to use with one another? And so companies that can eliminate confusion in industries typically own that industry. They become giants of the industry. Companies like Google, let's say, who organized the internet. They basically downloaded the internet, made search engines relevant, and now Google is a word in the dictionary. Apple did it with music. If you remember before the Apple iTunes platform, remember Napster? Every music artist in the industry was suing Napster for allowing us to download their music. We were stealing their music. And so Apple figured out a way to allow us to download music and use this platform called iTunes, and they completely stole the music industry away from Sony. Sony's sleeping at the wheel. They're not paying attention. And all of a sudden, Apple, a computer company, comes in, organizes music, and now Apple owns the music industry. Henry Ford did it with the manufacturing of cars. So there's a long history of companies that have done things like this. And so Qivana is organizing the natural product industry into product systems that are easy to use, easy to understand, easy to explain. And so that will lead me to what I will do next, is explain to you what these product systems are, give you just a brief overview of some of the benefits of the products. And what I want you to keep in mind is that the product systems that Qivana has brought to the marketplace, that we've licensed from the top researchers in their field, we're bringing products that the world wants and needs. This is not a fish oil. And yeah, fish oil might be great for you, but you know what? You can get it anywhere. So these are unique product systems that people can only get from Qivana. It's science that's patented, it's proprietary. And so as I explain the benefits of these product systems, just think about the people that you know that would benefit, that you could actually help by letting them know about this product system, whether it's your family, your friends, coworkers, neighbors, I'm sure that you will think of people that you will know. So that's a really important part, because when I mentioned at the beginning of this, when you're starting a home-based business, you want to know what product or service you're going to be offering. And so that's going to answer that. This is going to answer that question for you. And so the first product system I'll talk about is called Metabolic. Metabolic is it's not a weight loss system. It's actually a system for muscle health. People think it's a weight loss system because what happens as a result of using Metabolic, which is actually a metabolism corrector, is that if you need to lose weight, you will actually lose weight, but you lose the right weight. You lose excess body fat. And so what Dr. Don Layman is the research scientist behind Metabolic, what he discovered is that by nourishing your active muscle tissue, and helping build muscle, your body will naturally rid itself of excess fat. And so we actually can correct metabolism, correct your body composition, and help you build lean muscle tissue and rid your body of excess fat. And so it's a permanent solution for weight loss. Also, diabetics, people that are type 2 diabetic, usually a few weeks, they're no longer symptomatic. Type 1 diabetics are reducing their insulin use. And so the results are pretty incredible. It stabilizes your blood sugar, so you don't feel hungry, you feel full, you feel satisfied. The metabolic shake is a complete meal. There's a few other products that are in the metabolic system. One is called Recharge. It actually helps extend fat burning effects of your shake. So we can help you keep your body pretty much burning fat all day long. We can turn you into a fat burning furnace. And so the results, you're looking at some people on the screen, and I'll tell you that they're pretty dramatic. A lot of these people are my friends, and they'll tell you that they've struggled, with their weight for most of their lives. They've gone up and down, yo-yo dieting. This is the end for that. And so obesity is an epidemic in this country, and we do have a solution, and Metabolic is exactly that. It's a solution to the obesity epidemic. And it actually, athletes love the metabolic system because it helps build their muscle. There's a lot of different reasons. People that need to gain weight, they also can use the metabolic shake to help fuel their muscle tissue, healthy muscle, and build healthy, lean muscle tissue rather than, just putting on, fat or something, for people that are underweight. The next product system is called Prime. This is a nitric oxide activator. And until Qivana introduced this product, I had never heard of nitric oxide. I didn't know what role it played. I didn't know what it was at all. And now I'm actually pretty shocked that most of us don't know what it is, because the discovery of this molecule won the Nobel Prize in 1998. That's quite a long time ago. And at that time, the president of the American Heart Association said that it was the most important discovery in the history of cardiovascular medicine. So it's pretty shocking that we don't know about this, but nitric oxide is just something our bodies naturally produce. It declines as we age. By the time we're 40, we produce half of what we did when we were 20. Its role of what it actually does in our bodies, it allows our arteries to dilate and to relax. It's what allows our blood to flow freely throughout our bodies. And so as our nitric oxide production declines, our arteries start to stiffen. They begin to collect plaque, which leads to narrowing of the arteries, which ultimately leads to heart disease. And so this Prime nitric oxide product can bring down your blood pressure measurably within about 10-15 minutes of using it. It opens your arteries. It's a vasodilator. Now, a lot of athletes, again, use this, even weekend warriors, people that just want to ride a bike or exercise. You'll notice an increase in your endurance because you're opening your arteries. And so your arteries carry blood, which carries oxygen. So obviously you have more oxygen going through your body now to your lungs. So you can work out harder, longer. You won't get winded. It helps promote normal brain cell function, normal sexual function. So Prime is a really powerful product. I would encourage everyone to check out the role of nitric oxide in our bodies. And obviously we all know heart disease is rampant. So, if this can bring down blood pressure for people, a lot of people are helping to reduce or eliminate their dependency on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs, including blood pressure medication. And so that's definitely something you'd want to look into. The next system is called Core. The Core system is an optimal aging system. This is a system that targets your gut health. It targets your digestive system, your immune system, your cardiovascular system. And there's a few different products that make up Core, and I'll just tell you about them really quickly. A probiotic it begins with. Obviously, we're all pretty educated now about the benefits of probiotics. It is probably one of the best things that we can do for ourselves today. A lot of disease and illness begins in our gut, even if it ends up somewhere else in our body. It begins in the gut many, many times. And so it's important to have the right balance of healthy bacteria in your gut. we have the most effective probiotic on the planet. It doesn't need refrigeration. It's a tiny little BB. It's easy to use. And so people that use a probiotic notice a difference when they use our probiotic. So that's an incredible product. We have a product called Core Essentials. This is a powerful packet of herbs that it's designed much like the Prime, a direct dissolve technology where you basically just pour this powder like a pixie stick right on your tongue. So it has a quicker absorption. But these herbs help, they help keep blood pressure and cholesterol levels within a normal range. They have very powerful anti-inflammatory properties. So a lot of times, often pain in our body is really due to inflammation. And so people are experiencing relief from joint pain, from headaches, migraines, allergies. The products really help put your body in homeostasis. So almost like whatever ailing you, people are experiencing such a broad range of benefits that it's hard to really name them all. But the Core Essentials is a really powerful product for, again, headaches, for blood pressure, for cholesterol levels, for joint pain, inflammation, so many different things. Restless leg syndrome, I've heard people say. So there's the list of conditions where those herbs are employed is really pretty mind-blowing. You can look up an herb called the King's Crown or the Immortality herb, and you'll be pretty blown away by what that herb can do. There's a product called Detox, which is an oral chelation product. Basically removes heavy metals, toxins, radioactive elements from your body. And a lot of those, illnesses and syndromes are associated with heavy metals like ADD, ADHD, autism, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis. And so people are seeing positive benefits from using the Detox product. There's a product called Defense, which is an immune booster. It boosts your immunity 4 times what it would be without it, protects your body against chronic infection. And I will just mention this to you quickly. And we're a natural product company, so we don't make any medical claims, but we can absolutely share the research with you, the testimonies, and you can kind of see for yourself. But I will tell you that both the Detox and Defense have ingredients in them that have a lot of research that shows anti-cancerous properties. The Defense is medicinal mushrooms, and so there's a lot of research with mushrooms having anti-cancerous properties. So that's on, just a side note that you can check that out also. And then lastly, the core system is Core PM. Millions and millions of people, Americans alone, have sleep issues. They can't fall asleep. They can't stay asleep. Core PM is a natural product that will mimic your body's natural sleep cycle and help you fall asleep, help you stay asleep, allow you to wake up feeling refreshed. It's non-habit forming. You're not going to, do crazy things like drive a car in the middle of the night and not remember, have these crazy dreams. So it's a natural way to help people get the sleep that they need so that their bodies can refresh themselves. And listen, we know sleep is so important to our health. That's when our bodies rejuvenate and refresh, and we just can't function normally if we don't have enough sleep. So the next product system is called Skin Shift. This is a DNA-based anti-aging skincare system. It's based on your DNA. We can take a simple cheek swab, send it off to a lab, and basically we can predict what factors will cause your skin to age over other factors, and then recommend a product based on your specific DNA. And so what happens when you do that is it actually works. I'm sure many of you have experienced a time where someone shared a product with you or something that they loved and it worked for them, and then you tried it and you really found out that you wasted your money because you hated it or it didn't work for you. I know that's been my experience. And so doesn't have to happen anymore. Now that we can test your DNA, we know what will work for you. And so the results that people are getting are pretty incredible. For me, what's exciting about Skin Shift is that skincare is a $110 billion industry. And so not only do I get to share a product that has incredible benefits with people, but also I get to participate in an industry that's expected to grow by another $37 billion over the next few years and become a $140 billion industry. And so even if Qivana captured a sliver of that market, we're a multi-billion dollar company just with a skincare system. And so that's pretty exciting to me also. And Skin Shift's already gotten tons of national media attention. Dr. Ruthie Harper is the doctor that is behind Skin Shift. She's a research scientist, and she's been on the doctors, Good Morning America. So our products are already getting a lot of attention. And so the point of me mentioning that to you is to let you know that everyone you know is going to hear about these products. They're going to hear about it from you, or they'll hear about it from someone else. And it might be 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, they are going to hear about it. And I actually see it all the time. Whenever, we'll get together, or we'll have an event or something, and people will walk into the room and see, their neighbor, their cousin, and didn't realize that, someone had already told them about these products. So everyone is going to hear about it. And most definitely, the world is going to know about this product. This is coming in the next couple of weeks. It's called Shock. I think, we all see the energy drinks now, right? They're at every checkout counter. I was in a hardware store the other day, and they had energy drinks at the checkout counters, like that impulse buy, and I was shocked to see that. That pun was intended. But 5 Hour Energy is a company that does $1 billion a year. Energy drinks in the United States alone are a $12 billion industry. And so Qivana has done it once again with bringing something to the marketplace that is unique and better than anything else that exists. This is not just another energy drink. Energy drinks are, usually caffeine-laden products that just give you that buzz and give you energy. Well, Qivana has an ingredient that does help with that physical fatigue and addresses that energy issue. It also has an ingredient that helps with mental fatigue. It helps with your cognitive clarity, your memory, your mental alertness. And so this is something that has not been done before. So this is peak performance for your body and your brain. As a matter of fact, I'll just mention this. Well, there's an ingredient here that has been shown to help with seasonal affectiveness disorder. So any of you that are getting over this not too harsh winter in the Northeast, seasonal affectiveness disorder, it's a little harder to stay chipper and cheery with a lack of sunlight. And so the ingredients help with that. There's also an ingredient that was almost approved by the FDA for the treatment of Alzheimer's. It only had 50% efficacy rather than you need 90% for the FDA to approve it, which is great news for us. Listen, 50% of the Alzheimer's patients had a positive result with their, improvement in mental clarity. That's great. And now it allows us to treat this and use this as a natural product that people don't need a prescription for. So pretty incredible. So that's our shock that's coming, in the next couple of weeks, like I said. So I'll move on back to talking about the business aspect for just a minute before we wrap it up. The slide you're looking at now is probably the most important slide of this entire introduction tonight. We all, many of us have known people that have been in the right place at the right time. And I talked earlier about some companies that have done some pretty incredible things like Google and Apple. And, I'll talk about Microsoft. If anyone bought Microsoft stock in 1986, you wouldn't be listening to me tonight, I'm sure, unless you had to have kept it too. You couldn't have bought it and sold it. So being at the right place at the right time is pretty significant to the creation of wealth, we'll say. Like in real estate, it's location, location, location. In business, it's timing, timing, and timing. And so Qivana is at a point in its growth where we are at the precipice of an incredible growth phase. And like I mentioned a few minutes ago, that everyone will know about this. It's absolutely the truth. They will know about it. And so we're at the growth spot now where we're starting to get that brand recognition. It's something that happens. It's a tipping point, if you will, where companies start to grow at such a rapid rate, but it only lasts for a certain period of time, 5 years maybe, give or take. And during that time, that's where wealth is created. That's where people get to participate in this huge growth wave of the company. And you can most certainly get involved in a company during, the maturity stage where they'll grow, 3%, 5%, even 10% a year. That's great, for a company to continue to grow year after year. But imagine what happens when a company goes from 50 million to 100 million. That's double, right? And then what happens when it goes from 100 million to 500 million and then to 1 billion? That's the kind of growth that we're talking about. And so it's really important that you, I'll say, get your questions answered from the person that invited you tonight, and make sure that you make a decision based on all the information so that you can decide what's best for you and capture that timing if this is the right decision for you. And so I'll share with you just a little bit about how we get paid. That's one of the things I told you I would talk about tonight and let you know how we get paid. Qivana is a company that we get paid every week based on a few different aspects. There's a few different parts to our compensation plan. one of the best parts is that we actually get to work as a team and get paid as a team. And this will also answer that support question: who's going to show me what I need to do in order to be successful? Well, because of the way our company is structured and our business model is structured, you have a team of people that are here to basically hold your hand, show you exactly what you need to do, and really they'll do it for you while you're learning and getting started. So we'll actually do the work for you. There's just a few things that you need to do. We'll plug you into our training program. We have you follow a few steps, then we do the work, we show you, you start earning commission as you're learning, and we actually get paid as a team. So we are encouraged. We can only be successful if our team is successful, and so we're here to help support everyone and help you to create a successful business, and you can get paid as a team. And so your team will grow right around you. I mean, there's people, even if you don't engage, you come into the business and you don't do anything, that's okay. You're not going to get paid if you don't do anything. You actually have to do some work here. It's not hard work. It's a lot easier than, going to that 9 to 5, in my opinion, every single day. But you do have to do some work. But if you don't do anything, you'll notice that the team is still growing around you, and there can be a whole organization of people that grow around you and that you could potentially miss out on if you decide not to do anything. And so we encourage people to, we plug you into our system, help show you what you need to do. We do it for you while you're learning, and you're basically just watching us do it while you're earning this commission, and until you're ready to kind of move to the next level, which is, so you'll get quick start money when you first get started. The team commissions is what I just mentioned, but then you can earn leadership bonuses. So if you're someone that says, hey, I want to help other people do this also, and you want to be a leader, you will get paid based on the success of your group. And so the more successful that you help other people become, the more successful that you will become. So it's completely opposite the corporate world, how this works. If you want to earn more money, help someone else earn more money. That's how we earn more money. So it's a pretty incredible thing to be a part of. And we have an automobile bonus program. It actually starts, it's the lowest in the industry. We have the easiest automobile program to earn. And so, we get to drive. If you wouldn't mind driving a new Mercedes or BMW, the company will help make your car payment. So that's a great thing to have. Dream Week annual trips. I mentioned that, I've been to some incredible places around the world. I've been to Italy twice. I've been to Greece, Spain, Croatia, Turkey, Alaska. Really just some magical places that I never dreamed my eyes would see. And it was just as a result of, having fun with the people that I like, my friends, and building a business from home, which has been pretty amazing to be able to do that. I never would have dreamed that that someone could do this, but they can, and we're all doing it, and it's a really great thing to be a part of. We have mega bonuses for people that really want to take it to the top, and they pay up to $1 million. And then, of course, we have a retail wholesale program. There's a lot of medical professionals, gyms, spas, chiropractors, nutritionists, massage therapists that have a client base, and they want to offer these products to their clients because they're incredible, and they want them to experience those benefits. And so they have a retail location, and they can do retail wholesale. And so that's a pretty great program to be able to participate in also. And so there's 3 different options really for getting involved in Qivana. One, you can be a retail customer. You will love these products. I can promise you, you'll probably tell other people about them anyway, because that's just human nature. It's what we do. If you've ever told anybody about a movie that you've seen, a book that you've read, a restaurant, that's exactly what we do. We just get paid for doing it. So you can be a retail customer, try the products. I know you'll tell other people, then you might as well become a preferred customer, because you can save 20 to 30% on the products just by pre-selecting your next month's order. And the person that invited you could actually help set you up and let you know how you can do that. And you can actually earn some of that quick start money, basically like a referral program for doing that also. So when you do tell someone else about one of these products that you're using, because you will use it and you'll love it, and you'll tell somebody else, like I said, you'll get a referral paid by the company to say, hey, thanks for introducing someone new to our products. And then the third and best option, in my opinion, is to become a business owner. You can start this part-time, you can start full-time, whatever fits into your schedule. We can help you plan that time. We plug into the training program, and you get to participate in all of the different parts of our compensation plan. You can earn the Dream Week trips. This year is an incredible 5-star adults only resort in Cancun. So we're really looking forward to that. You can earn the car bonuses and the leadership bonuses as well. So Go back to the person that invited you to hear this information tonight. Get your questions answered, as I said, and we'd love to have you a part of the team. We'd love to work with you. I appreciate your time so much. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Thanks.